Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. Today I've got a cool tool review and demo video for you. I'm really excited to bring it to you because I think a lot of you guys will really dig this. It's a new router bit that I have been using in my shaper for a little while now, and I liked it so much I bought one for my router table. Let me show you what it is, what it looks like, what it does, and what it does better than most of the other bits that I've found for this exact same, for the same job, okay? So the bit that I'm going to tell you guys about is my new Spetool flush trim bit. I'm not sure who's in focus, me or the tool. Let me make sure the tool's in focus here. So this has a bearing on the top and a bearing on the bottom. Now the router's not plugged in yet. It's in a router motor, but it's not plugged in for all the safety sallies out there. But I'm still going to use this stick to point with because if a tool can cut you, it will, right? Okay. So anyway, it's a flush trim router bit. Let's see if we can get it in get it in focus there. And it's got a bearing bit on the top, a bearing bit on the bottom, and it's got individual cutters all along it's a 2-inch cutting depth, but it's got little rotatable cutting heads. So you can rotate these cutting heads 3 times before they're all dead and expose a new sharp cutting surface every single time. So it's kind of like what we use on the shaper and the planer and the joiner. This is this helical cutting head with rotatable bits, but it's basically a router bit. So this is a pretty neat tool that I think you guys are going to be very happy to see. And you know what? It's not quite as expensive as you might think. Now, up until not that long ago, my preferred flush trim cutter was the Infinity cutting bits, and I really liked them. They worked very well. They removed material great. They were super sharp. If there was one downside, though, it was that it didn't get as close as I wanted to the template. There was a little bit of a lip, and any one of these style bits is going to give you, it's not going to cut exactly perfectly to the template. It's going to be a little bit proud of the template. But the Infinity bits seem like they were a little prouder than some of the other ones. So I wanted to get something new and exciting that was big in diameter, okay? As much as I like the Infinity bits, I wanted something different. So again, I went with the Speed tool here, and I'm going to leave a link in the description. So if you guys want one of these, you can get one. I'm not getting any money from Spetool. I'm not getting any. I don't know what kind of company they are. I don't know what their politics are. I think they're from China. I don't know. I don't care. But this is a really good tool so far. Like I said, I've been using it in the shaper for a while now, and I thought I like it so much. Let's go ahead and upgrade our router, our table router bit to one of these guys. I like to leave this set at as low as I can get it, which on this particular router is 10,000 RPM. You could probably go a little faster, but I don't know. I use mine at 10,000, okay? So 10,000 RPM, and I thought, you know what? I could talk about this, but I could also show you guys what I'm talking about. So we're going to drag our neck through project out, and we're going to do some neck and headstock shaping, and I think that'll be a fun thing to do. So let's try it. So in a previous video, I was showing you guys what this neck through project for one of our prostitute models that I'm doing. It's a big solid chunk of mahogany, and last time we talked about it, I was talking to you about how the angle goes, but this time I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you how the Spetool flush trim cutter works. Obviously, we're not going to just stick it in there and do it like this. We're going to trim close to the line here, and we're going to final shape with the Spetool. A couple of things I want you guys to know about. One is, if I had this to do over again, this is an old neck through blank. If I had one of these to do over again, I would not have done the headstock angle until after I cut all that stuff out. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about as I go. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rough trim to close to the line, and then I'm going to go cut to the line using my Spetool Switch-O, Change-O, Carbide cutter head, and let you guys check that out. So let's go to the bandsaw and let's cut this out. Okay guys, I've got my Spetool router bit in my rigid 2 horsepower router on my router table, and I've got my my Maximum Guitar Works template taped onto my neck blank. Now I've got right in here, I've got those index pins, and right back here I've got the same index pins that I showed you in the previous video. Now you can see that is a tall chunk of material that we're going to be removing. So we wanted to cut it as close to the line as we could. Now what's going to happen is we're going to go to about here, and we're going to come to about here, and we're going to have to shape the rest by hand. Now remember earlier in the video I said that if I had it to do over again I would not have angled this headstock portion. That's because if I left this flat, I could go all the way around this neck. Right now, it's a little bit springy. And let me see if I can show you here. If I started to push on this side of the template, you can actually see it flex. Okay, so if I could double stick tape this down or put, you know, pins here through these holes, I would, and I could run this through and do my my headstock outline and then put my angle on it. As it is right now, I can get to about right, say here, okay? And what will probably have to happen is I'll go back and shape the rest of this by hand, which could be a cool video for later too. So let's see how the new Spetool router bit works. And some of you might not believe that I'm about to cut this much material, but believe it, because it's true. Okay, so as you guys could see, the Spetool router bit worked great. I removed a boatload of material, and it matched my. I can feel a little bit of a difference where, but man, it's hardly any. You might have noticed I did that in 2 passes because I didn't have the bit quite high enough, and there was like a little papery thin lip. And sometimes you can just kind of bust those off, but sometimes when you go and bust them off, it kind of takes a little more than you want. So I just raised the bit up and just buzzed that last little spot of extra material right off. So my neck blank is looking pretty good. Like I was saying, if this were flat or at the same plane as my fretboard, I could have just gone all the way around that, which would have made life way easier. As it is now, I'm going to have to clean that up with a drum sander. I'm also going to blend in this area here with the drum sander, but that's no big deal. In fact, I might do that after I get the wings glued on. But anyway, I really am digging the Spetool flush trim bit. I dig it so much. I've got one in my shaper, I've got one in my router table, and they just kind of live there. Yeah, if you come to one of the workshops, like say for the sake of conversation, our essential neck building or essential bodybuilding classes that we're offering later this year, 2024, and all of 2025, we're going to be doing those. They're going to be lots and lots of fun. You'll get to use those bits. So, like I said, jury's still out, but so far so good from Spetool. If you want to check them out, link in the description below. You can get your own Spetool. Unfortunately, I don't make anything from Spetool. So if you get one and you like it, great. If you get one and you don't like it, don't care. But Spetool isn't paying me anything to make these videos. So yeah, give them a try, and if you like them, I hope you do. And I hope that they work as well for you as they work for me. As you can see, gang, this wasn't like a layup. This was a whole lot of material to remove from a chunk of mahogany that is, I don't know, probably how tall is it? How much meat do we have here? This is right at 2.5. So that Spetool must not be 2-inch, it must be a 3-inch cutter. So let me show you. You don't believe me? I show you. Let's see. Hold on, I got it upside down. So see, right there, that's a lot of material to remove in one pass. So of course we cut it real close to the line, which that's what you got to do. Okay, so any questions about the Spetool bit, or any questions about neck through guitar building, or anything about guitar building, or taking a class here at Texas Toast, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. If you want to help us out and support our channel monetarily, you can do that through Patreon or through YouTube. Every dollar helps. You can buy shirts, you can buy all that good stuff from us. You can buy a guitar from us, you can come take a class from us, etc., etc., etc. It's almost too easy. So gang, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what I did. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. I wonder if I was even recording.